how do we encode material into memory? Well, the first thing that helps is paying attention to the material we want in our memory. However, you generally need to do a bit more than this, as attention alone is not always sufficient. The levels of processing theory by psychologists Craig and Lockhart, who sound a bit like an 80s smooth jazz duo, suggest the deeper the processing, the more likely we are to encode information into memory. Now, a few words will quickly pop up on the screen, and I'm going to ask you a question about each. Right. Word 1. Is this word capitalized? 2. Does this word rhyme with plate? 3. Have you used this item recently? The levels of processing theory predicts you would be least likely to encode matchstick because you are engaging in what's called structural processing, which is very shallow, as you focused on only the physical characteristics or the first letter of the word. Now, you'd be a bit more likely to encode hatch because you engaged in a slightly deeper form of processing called phonemic processing. This involves focusing on the sound of the word. But you'd be most likely to encode shampoo into long-term memory because with that word you engaged in semantic processing, which is the deepest level of processing, right? You had to think about the meaning of the word. You had to stop and consider, what is this? Furthermore, you also likely engaged in visual imagery. I'm sure that when asked if you used shampoo recently, many of you visualized the shape of your shampoo bottle or the smell of all its coconutty goodness.